Hello everyone, welcome aboard Felicity, November 8033 Foxtrot, a Cessna flight training device that I built at home. We're on the ground here at Hewlett Municipal, Whiskey 43. In the middle of nowhere, essentially. That's okay, we're going to be doing some bush flying with a couple of different groups tonight, the Bush League, as well as a virtual USA Flying Club. So, should be fun. We are going to go meet up with both of those groups over at Sturgis. It's about 50 miles east of us. We're going to go meet up with them at 49er Bravo. And then from there, we're going to decide where we're going to go, what we're going to get into. So that's kind of the plan right now. So let's get up in the air and let's get over there to meet up with those guys. I'm hoping to be over that way about 8 o'clock to catch the briefing. Alright, let's get things started up here. Initial pre-flight and walk around is already done. Both wings have 25 gallons of fuel in them. We've got about 300 gallons of fuel on board. Okay, check time. In this plane, we are in our 172 Bush mod from Prop Strike Studios. Tech time is 193.8. Let's make sure we have live weather. And we do. And let's go ahead and connect to our VATSIM network. Connect. November 8033 Foxtrot 172. Alright. Okay. Alright, get our tech time. Circuit breaker's all in, our alternate static is in. Seat track, let's get scooted up here. Avionics are off. Autopilot is off. And we're not going to worry about carb heat because we're not in the November, we're in the Sierra. Throttle quarter, make sure it's full lean, brakes are on. Clear prop, looks clear on the left, looks clear on the right, clear in the front. Master on. Beacon on. Clear. Looks clear on the left, clear on the right. Alright. Oil pressure is in the green, our oil temperature is coming up. Honker, hello. Hello. And apparently, for some reason, our refuel did not take. So let's go ahead and shut down here and double check our fuel. Oh, that's why. $25, not $15. There we are. How's that look? Fuel gauges come up. Alright, good deal. Clear on the left, clear on the right. Alright, there we are. Fuel, yep, that looks good now. Oil pressure is good. We'll wait for our oil temperature to come up. Let's turn our landing light on for safety. Go ahead and turn our avionics on. While we're over here, we are scrolled to VFR. We are already mode Charlie. We are on VATSIM Unicom. We are here in a class Golf. Weather, let's see if we can even get some weather. Mm. 128.775. Yeah, I didn't figure we'd get an ATIS at this Gulf here. What do we have? Winds at 300 at 9, gusting 2-1. And 10-mile visibility. Altimeter 29907. Okay. 29907. Does that match our field elevation here? What's that, about 4,190? 4,264. 4,200. What's that? 3000. Alright, well let's just set it to our field elevation because we know that's going to be accurate. Our weather has probably not caught up yet with the refresh interval. So field elevation, we know we're going to have our proper pressure setting. Alright, working brakes on. Where are we at? Our oil temperature has come up. Our avionics are on. Okay, I think we're just about ready to taxi. I'll get my seatbelt on in a minute. Our flaps are up. We set our altimeter. We've transponders on. Radios are on. Heading indicator to compass. That's important. And winds were 300. I'm going to set my heading bug to the wind direction. Gives me a visual on my takeoff roll. Runway choices 1331. We have right traffic out of 31. Based on the winds, it sounds like we're going to take a nice departure out of 31 with a pretty decent headwind. Hey, WestJet, hello buddy, welcome. Get ready to take off out of Hewlett and head east over to Sturgis and meet up with the Virtual USA Flying Club and Bush League. Okay. Hewlett traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot at the ramp, taxiing runway 31 Hewlett. Park and brake off. This is a slopey runway. Oh, this will be fun. Hey, it looks like we're going downhill that way, though. That ought to work out to our benefit. I sure did. Taxi to the wrong end of the runway. Alright. So this ought to be interesting. We're going to be going uphill into the wind. I'm going to open up my Discord so I can get prepared to join the briefing when it starts at 8. Wow, this is
yes, don't you love it when you guys all spawn in A320s on my screen?
We like a challenge.
One heck of a challenge to fly in these mountains.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, 3 Fox. That should be your logo there, Michael, a tree fox.
There's actually a new logo in the design process currently, now that you mention it.
Awesome. Can't wait, man. Hey, Smitty, and hi, Steven.
Hey, Brant and everyone. How you doing?
Hi, John. Hi, Steven. Okay. We'll flip around into the wind. We'll do it run up. Alright, rhythm checklist brakes are on. Trim is set for takeoff. Our fuel is on both. Flight control is down on the right, up on the left, down on the left, up on the right. Elevator, rudder, appear responsive. Okay. Where are we at here? Mixture's best power. 1800. Here we go. Left mag, there's my drop. Right mag, there's my drop. Nope, I didn't add a constant speed prop to this one. Alright, okay, everything, oil temperature, oil pressure's in the green, suction's in the green. Alright, let's go ahead and idle
Chandler,
back.
hello. And I don't know if I said hello to Andrew yet. Hi, Andrew.
Good morning.
Alright.
How's everybody?
Spin right back around here.
Doing great.
Hewlett traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot
Alright,
is
remember,
taking
stop
runway
working out.
31. Gonna be making
Perfect,
a
man. Hey, Rob, how
right
are you?
downwind departure to the east. Hewlett. Alright, give me flaps 10. This is an interesting looking runway. Alright, here we go. Full power.
Probably should find out flight plan. That might help.
Rudder for center. We're going.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of hang back and decide which route I'm going to fly.
Airspeed's
but,
coming
yeah,
alive. Let's rotate.
Probably try to put something out there.
Positive climb rate.
Chicago Center just found one too.
We are in the green. We do have plenty of runway left, but let's go ahead and get out of here. We're looking good. Hewlett traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, airborne off of 31, gonna be making a right crosswind departure to the east, Hewlett. Alright, let's get these flaps out. You know, I'm not sure the cow would even be big enough for an Allison V10. But it would be interesting to find out. I bet the takeoff power on that would be absolutely insane.
Well, I've got 6 o'clock, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get started. And, you know, just like to welcome everybody to the Bush League Backcountry Fly-In number 34 / Virtual USA Flying Club event. I'm trying to remember if we've done a combo event with the Virtual USA with the Bush League Back Club and Virtual USA Flying Club I don't know if we have yet or not, but anyway, welcome. And maybe some of you don't realize that we're doing both, but so welcome to the Bush League Backcountry Flying as well. We are in Sturgis, South Dakota. Most of you are aware that there's a big biker rally that happens the first week of August up here, and so we're doing our own kind of virtual aeronautical version of that, I guess. We're not really doing a fly-in per se, but we're simulating the routes that the bikers will fly. Well, sorry, the bikers will drive. We're going to fly. A couple of the routes I've extended just a little bit because we should be able to cover a little more ground than they do, but otherwise these routes that are listed on the event briefing are very similar to the routes that the cyclists ride every year when they come out. But anyway, just a couple of reminders, I guess. It's a VFR event, and in light of the new VATSIM update, I guess, luckily it shouldn't affect us, but the only thing we really need to worry about is it's a little windy here, and it's also very warm, so there's going to be some density altitude considerations, and I don't have my density altitude calculator handy, but some of these airfields are up around 4,000 feet, so not terrible elevation, but you throw in a little bit of wind and a little bit of hot weather, and
I need to check
it might make
something
your
here.
aircraft work a little bit harder than normal. I would file a VFR flight plan. We do have a couple of towered fields, although no ATC just yet. Rapid City Regional and Ellsworth Air Force Base are both controlled airspaces and potentially a part of a couple of different routes there. So you might be able to just avoid them, 100%. But just be ready, just in case. And otherwise, we're not really going to be worried about talking to ATC tonight. There are a few airspace restrictions around some of the different monuments. Devil's Tower, you're supposed to stay 3 miles away from the monument.
Which route am I
Mount
taking,
Rushmore and
WestJet?
Crazy
That's a
Horse,
good
you're
question. I
supposed
haven't
to,
actually
fly in
decided
a
yet.
helicopter.
I was going to land at Sturgis
you
and then
need to
take a
be,
look at the routes and
2,000
decide
feet
where to go
above,
from there.
up to, but not over
But I think
7,500.
the monument route would
And
be
then
kind of
all
neat.
fixed wing aircraft, then they have to start no lower than 7,700, and you have to fly 2,500 feet away laterally from the mountain or from the monument. So just kind of keep those things in mind as you're flying. And that's there is a whole set of helicopter kind of regulations because there's quite a bit of scenic tour guide type of flights around that area, and I know they have checkpoints and things like that. I didn't worry about putting that in the brief. I just think as long as we're talking to each other, we should be just fine. But other than that, guys, I think it's pretty much you're free to fly one of the 4 sort of organized routes, or if you'd like to just kind of go do your own thing, that's totally fine as well. There's a bunch of really cool small airports tucked in around the Black Hills. So, take your time and stop and try to land at some of those. That's kind of the Bush League backcountry part of this is, we've got a few different, like the IPY Ranch, Taylor Field, and there's a new one down there kind of north of Mount Rushmore called Paradise Valley. I'm not remembering the name of it now, but it's on one of the routes. Anyway, take your time and stop by those places as well, and just enjoy yourself, guys. Let me know before we get started if you have any other questions. All right, sounds good. Yeah, the name of that field is Paradise Valley, and it's the one you'll find just to the west of Rapid City, just north of the Mount Rushmore area, and it's worth a stop. It really is a beautiful location, as are most of the airfields that you're gonna fly today. So Glad you're able to join and enjoy traveling around the Black Hills, guys.
Thank you, sir.
So definitely be interesting when it comes to departing out of here, because the wind is preferring runway 29er.
That phenomenon that you see just off of the right strut there, that is a result of a cloud being in the photograph, the ortho photo when it was taken. I didn't have time to redo my ortho for this area, so we're using Google ortho photos as opposed to the ARC that I've been transitioning over to. I imagine 5,500 feet will be a good altitude to get us to Sturgis. And then we'll decide which of these 4 routes we're going to go and explore.
Hey, I'd get a pain. What's the altimeter here at Sturgis?
I'm showing 2994.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, we are 37 miles away from Sturgis. It takes about 20 minutes or so to get there. Ground speed right now is 130 and we're indicating 95. That's that westerly wind pushing us right now. Pretty quiet on Unicom today. Tell you what.
Hey, who just drove their plane right through me?
guess we're all gonna back taxi down, line up down there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a waiting game, guys. So if you want to grass taxi, you'd be welcome to do that. I'll give the owner of the field a quick call, let him know just to double check.
Yeah, I was almost gonna do the grass taxi.
Either way, guys, either way, there's no hurry, no worry.
I actually departed out of Hewlett, so I'm still about 30 miles west of Sturgis right now. I'll land and decide which way to go from there.
Ah, that's a good thought there, Michael.
Alright, situational awareness. Where are we gonna go if the engine quits?
Sturgis traffic over 3 at Romeo departing runway 29.
I do see a beacon.
Departing to the west to avoid
Way out that way. I don't think we'd make it there at only 5,500 feet.
Skyhawk 67 Bravo in position, runway 29.
We're really only about 1,000 AGL, but we are kind of in the middle of
Northwest.
lots of open area.
Sturgis traffic Cessna 67 Bravo departing runway 29 northwest.
Well, hopefully everyone had a decent day today. I don't know exactly what time zone you're in. Here in the Eastern time. I do see
Sturgis traffic listed at 3655 plus PC6 taking runway 29er.
I don't want to say it's a mountaintop, but a peak of some sort way out there at our 12 o'clock. I wonder if I can figure out what that is. Paradise Valley. Alright, so that's one we're gonna go and check out. So that's just south of Sturgis there, it looks like.
Sturgis traffic, Skyhawk.
I figured they would have that mountain peak depicted here in the sectional.
Sturgis.
Sturgis traffic westbound 3655 plus PC6. Turning left base runway 29er, gonna depart on the base or left crosswind, gonna depart on the crosswind. Sturgis traffic.
Like to give you a lot of high altitude wiggle room up here, don't they?
It's 5,000 feet.
Taxi in the grass is taking forever.
Move Oshkosh to Sturgis.
Just go faster.
Yeah, I totally did not hear that radio call. Alright, Sturgis. What do we know? Nothing yet. Runway 2, runway 0523, and 1129er. Sounds like everyone's taking 29er. That's just gonna be left traffic. And field elevation was 3255 feet. Alright.
Sturgis traffic, send them forward with Papa departing runway 29er, left crosswind departure to the west. Sturgis.
Alright, 14 miles away from Sturgis. 49er Bravo. Alright, so that must be bare butt. 4,426 feet. That must be that peak that's directly in front of us. Because it looks to be just north of Bare Butt Lake.
Forward chase traffic, caravan 38 up the Pebbles Mountain 9 to the east and down.
Sturgis traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, 10 miles to the west, 5,500 feet. Going to be entering a left downwind, runway 29 to land, Sturgis. Alright, almost 5 miles out. We'll start descending slowly. Mixture's full rich, fuels on both. Sturgis traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot, 5 miles to the west. Going to be entering the left downwind runway 29er to land, Sturgis. Sturgis traffic 8033 Foxtrot is on the 45 for the left downwind 29er to land, Sturgis.
Sturgis traffic, Twin Otter 11816. We'll hold short of 29er for landing traffic.
Sturgis traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot, left downwind 29er to land, Sturgis. Beam the numbers. Alright. Showtime. We're already pretty slow. I'm not gonna put any flaps in yet.
Gulf Force traffic, Skyhawk System Bravo is over the reservoir inbound landing Gulf Force.
Sturgis traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot, left base 29er to land Sturgis. Sturgis traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot, final approach 29er to land Sturgis. On the glide slope, a little bit low. On the glide slope, a little bit high. On the glide slope, a little bit high. Hi, Melvin.
Clearing runway 180 for next ramp.
Alright, I'm gonna exit into the grass.
Sturgis traffic, Cessna November 20 Bravo Charlie, taking runway 29, west departure, Sturgis.
Alright, let's see where we at here. Alright, so we're just gonna hang out here and figure out which one of these routes we're gonna take. Get out of the way of this taxiing aircraft here. Okay. Parking brake on. Let's see what we have here.
Gulf Force traffic, Skyhawk 67 Bravo entering left downwind runway 18 Gulf Force.
Devil's Tower route.
Sturgis traffic, Cessna November 20 Bravo Charlie, departing the area to the northwest, Sturgis.
Badlands route. Canyon Run. Monuments. I think that's the route I want to take. Let's go see Mount Rushmore. So Highway 14 leads us west out of Sturgis to the historic town of Deadwood. From there, we're going to turn left onto Highway 385 and visit Pactola Reservoir and Sheridan Lake. Just a few miles south lies Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse National Monuments. And we will look at the flight requirements. Highway 16 guides you through Custer State Park. Another left turn at Hermosa will bring you back to Rapid City.
Twin Otter 816 is departing runway 29er.
249
VFR, Sturgis.
Alright.
Gulf Force traffic.
Highway 14, Highway 385.
Runway 18, Gulf Force.
Also is Highway 34.
And 67 Bravo's final runway 18, Gulf Force.
See, Highway 14 leads you west to the historic town of Deadwood. Turn left on the Highway 385. So, if we're here in Sturgis, but I don't see a Highway 14. Let's just pretend Highway 34. What does that take us to? Oh, there's 14A. Okay. Deadwood. Let's put that on the route.
Sturgis traffic, helicopter November 16, Henry Papa, departing to the northwest from the ramp. Sturgis.
And then we're going to turn left on the Highway 385 to go see the reservoir in the lake.
Traffic. 78 Hotel is backtracking. Runway 18 will be departing to the southwest.
Highway 385.
Sturgis traffic, Cessna Skyhawk, November 354 Echo Papa on base for a left downwind approach for runway 29.
Sheridan Lake. Must have passed it up here. Well, no, I'm sure it just didn't go far enough. Because there's Mount Rushmore. Mount
Sturgis
Rushmore.
traffic, helicopter November 16, Henry Papa's departing on Larry in the west.
Okay, there's Sheridan Lake. Alright, so that's what we'll do. Sheridan Lake. Add that to the route. And we're going to follow these roads. I'm just highlighting these points of interest here. Highway 16 guides you through Custer State Park. And then, let's see, yep. Okay.
Force traffic.
That's what we'll do.
67 Bravo back taxiing runway 18, Bell Force.
And Sturgis traffic, Skyhawk, number 354 Echo Papa on final for left downwind for runway 29.
Alright. Let's go. Actually, before we go, I need to take a quick break. I apologize. I'll step out for just a moment, and we'll be right back.
traffic, runway 29 vacated.
Gulf Force traffic, Skyhawk 67 Bravo departing runway Paradise Valley traffic system head to the east, correction, to the west inbound for runway 35 Paradise Valley.
The scenery in Microsoft Flight Simulator for Belfort is wrong.
Alright, sorry about that delay. You know what, for the sake of comfort right now, and being on Unicom, I'm not gonna do with the kneeboard. Let me grab my checklist. Alright. Parking brake is off. Flaps going up. Let's see, make sure nobody's coming. Nobody that way. Okay. And we'll grass taxi down here to the threshold.
Surface 30X424 Papa Kilo, departing 29er straight out, Sturgis. Tell you right now, I'm gonna have to check my struts after we get out.
Spearfish traffic, Twin Otter 11816 is entering the left-hand traffic pattern, runway 29er, Spearfish traffic.
Alright, we're gonna go check out Paradise Valley.
Spearfish traffic, Twin Otter 816 left, crosswind, runway 30, Spearfish.
Custer State Park. Maybe we'll go down and check that out. Alright, let's get in the air.
Traffic, Twin Otter 816, left downwind 31, Spearfish traffic.
Sturgis traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot is taking runway 29, gonna be making a straight out departure, Sturgis. Parking brake off. Alright, are we on runway 29? We're on runway 29. Alright, full power. Rudder for center.
Spearfish traffic, Twin Otter 816.
Airspace coming alive, let's rotate.
Traffic.
Positive climb rate. Everything's in the green. We do have some runway, but we are going to get out of here.
Spearfish traffic, Twin Otter 816 on the final 3-1. Spearfish traffic.
Alright, there's that road. And there's that road. Alright, so we should be able to grab this road right here.
Spearfish traffic, Twin Otter 816 is clear of 3-1.
We are about to overfly the town of Sturgis. Hello, is that 5 with Tracy? Welcome and thank you for the follow, appreciate that. If we have time on the return, I really want to go fly around that mountain peak. climb up.
First traffic cardiac 44, Papa Kilos, 5 miles to the east, and then to across the entry to the left down the Spearfish.
Question, how do you do this setup and how much did it cost? I mean, I built it. It's not something that you can buy out of the box by any means. I mean, there are similar systems. But this exact one is a one-off. You won't find it anywhere else. I'd rather not go into how much I have invested in it. But I will say that you can get a private pilot license. If you can do it in 50 hours or less, you can get a private pilot license cheaper than what I have invested in this thing over the 10 years or so.
Traffic. There's no one departing runway 3 for the VFR departure to the south. Airspace Valley traffic, November 1695 Island Texas, 5 miles northwest. And I'll be coming at 35 Airspace Valley.
That's what we were missing. Alright, are we still over our road? Yep, we're still over our road.
Spearfish traffic cardiac 4, Papa Kilo, left 83, and 1.
Airframe counter 1.
What was that?
And airframe counter +1.
No.
What I thought was Paradise Valley was not actually Paradise Valley, and I could not get out of there in the 152.
Alright, well, we're gonna go to Paradise Valley. Let's see what we can find out. Looks like it's kind of field elevation of 4,500 feet. It is probably in a valley, based on the name. Runway 17 and 35 is 2,000 feet long, 50 feet wide. Should be fun. Special airspace reminders. Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse. Fixed-wing aircraft must fly no lower than 7,700 feet due to helicopter traffic. And we must stay 2,500 feet away from the monument. Alright, 2,500 feet across, 7,700 feet AGL, or MSL. Alright, so we're about to fly over this little town of Deadwood, Wyoming. You know, I find myself, and I'll be the first to say this, I do find myself looking down at my ForeFlight a lot, at the moving map, and seeing my position and where I am in relationship to where everything else is on the VFR sectional. And then I think about my grandfather and the ways he had to do it when what I see in my ForeFlight here used to be folded up in a piece of paper. To where you really actually had to use your visual references and compare them to your, you know, your VFR map. Alright, let's go ahead and climb. Try and get up out of here. Alright, looks like this road turns to the right. We'll swing around here. Alright, how are we gonna get into Paradise Valley? Looks like there's a road. So we take this 385 down, we can make a left on this road here, which appears to be just south of a tower. And then it looks like it would probably take us to another road. But what do I know? I know it has a runway of 17 and 35, so that's a north-south runway. So if we take this road in, it's going to put us kind of on a midfield crossover. We're approaching toward the midfield. But I am also unfamiliar with the airport, so we may be doing an inspection pass and then decide what we're going to do from there. And so it looks like we are about 10 miles.
Airspace traffic, Kodiak 4 Papa Kilo, departing 31, will be turning left south now.
Paradise Valley traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, about 7 miles northwest, intending to overfly the field inspection past Paradise Valley. And so it's at 4,500, we're at 6,500.
State traffic, Westman 3655, West PC6, command should be west downwind for runway 17. Just your state port traffic. State Park traffic, correction from Lisbon 3655, we're going to be making the train to the left down runway tree free. Customer State Park.
Alright, my turn's coming up here. Paradise Valley traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot is 5 to the west, going to be overflying the field 6,500 Paradise Valley. Okay. Got a tower to watch out for. Just off to my left. It might be modeled, it might not be.
Customer State Park traffic, Lisbon 3655, left downwind tree free. Customer State Park.
These smaller roads are a lot harder to follow down below the trees. Just gotta look for a small break in the tree line.
State Park, Western 3655, left downwind, or left base, runway tree free. Customer State Park.
Okay. So it is, looks like it is going to be down in the valley.
Touch and go, Customer State.
Alright, winds are still kind of out of the north. Northwest-ish. Alright. I think I have the field in sight over here. Yep, there it is. Paradise Valley traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, overflying the field, 6,300 Paradise Valley. Okay. So, it was left traffic. Alright, so that's what we'll do. Oh, we got this. Oh. Alright, how are we gonna do this? Paradise Valley traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot. We're going to cross over midfield to grab a left downwind for runway 35, Paradise Valley.
Customer State Park traffic, Lisbon 3655, part of the area to the northeast. Customer State.
Alright, field is in sight. How am I doing? Let me flaps 10. This is going to be kind of interesting to put it down here. Alright, so we can either come in the opposite way, or we're really going to have to slip it down in there. Paradise Valley traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, left down 135, full stop, Paradise Valley. Alright, let's do this. Hang on. Nope, not into those trees, we're not gonna go. Grass must be a little soft.
Paradise Valley traffic, helicopter November 1698 Papa's departing to the north and then left downwind to the south, leaving there to the south, Paradise Valley.
Paradise Valley traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot is on the ground and clear the runway, Paradise Valley. Alright. Give me just another moment and we will go ahead and take back off and get back on course. I will be right back.
Paradise Valley traffic, helicopter November 1698 Papa's on the left downwind, departing area south, Paradise Valley.
Alright, so in hindsight, I should have probably landed south. It would have given me a lot more room, given me a lot more stabilized approach. What's the fun in that? But seriously, I should have landed south. And it probably, we probably would have been alright and stayed right there on the runway. Well, we had this, you know, obviously this tree line right here, and I wasn't entirely sure where the threshold actually started. But knowing what we know now, we are going to depart depart south, or depart to the north. That way I don't have to worry about this tree line obstacle. Park and brake off. Because if we look to this north here, well, I guess we kind of got both. We got obstacles on both ends. We're heading south. We'll just take the south runway and hope that we can get up and over. What do we look like here? Okay. Let's see what we can do. How much room do we have back here? Okay, yep, let's just go all the way. We're just gonna go all the way back here. Okay. Alright, give me flaps 10 for Rich. Let's see if we can get out of here. Brakes on, full power. Release the brakes. Come on, baby. Alright. Let's get there. 40. 45, 50. Come on. 55. Let's try it. Rotate. Alright, positive climb rate. Watch these trees. Let's get over here to this low side. Let's get some airspeed. No way I was going down in Paradise Valley. Alright, let's go ahead and circle and ascend. Paradise Valley traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, airborne off of the north runway and departing the area to the south, Paradise Valley. Alright, let's go back to our big road. Let's take our little road back to our big road. Yeah, I can see how it'd be difficult to get out of there on a 152. For sure. Let's get back up to 6,500 feet where we were. Alright, let's go down here and find our big road and make a left. And take the big road down to the water there. Maybe we'll hit this keystone. Yeah. I don't know if that's an actual... It may just be a heliport. Yeah. Huh, that tower is in there. I'll be. Pactola Reservoir. So that must
Traffic, Westwood 1355.
that must be Mount Rushmore directly ahead.
Runway 32. Traffic good. Johnson County traffic. Turning left. Johnson County.
Alright, let's go ahead and get up to 7,700 feet. That needs to be our altitude. Near that monument, or near the one, the Mount Rushmore. I don't know why I was going to say the Washington Monument. But yeah, 7,700 feet, no lower. Helicopter traffic 7,500. So we are going to be 7,700, and we cannot be any closer than 2,500 feet laterally. However, I may deviate from that requirement just because I really want to see what this model looks like. I downloaded this Mount Rushmore from the xplane.org. Had a lot of mixed reviews about it, so I'm just going to want to see for myself. So, you know, we may get a bit closer than 2,500 feet laterally. But we will maintain the appropriate VFR altitude of 7,700. And traffic 2,300 feet below it should be a factor. $7,500, 200 more. Alright, 7,700, let's level off here.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
See you.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, have a good one. Thanks for flying with us.
Take care. Have a good night.
Thank you for coming in tonight.
Alright, so I'm going to put Mount Rushmore and we're going to circle it to the right. We're just doing 360 around Rushmore. And altitude is good.
Emergency traffic, Westwood 3055, Pilatus, PZ6. We take it runway 32, VFR departure to the north. Rapid traffic.
Alright, 7700, still looking good. Alright, so what is that? Is that the back side of it? That looks like it's gonna be the back side of it.
Rapid City traffic. Skyhawk 423 Charlie Lima is about 10 miles south. Intentions of a straight-in approach on runway 32, capturing the ILS. Rapid City.
Rapid City traffic, westbound 3655, runway 32. First going to be departing to the east to fly around and maybe over the Air Force Base airspace. Rapid City traffic.
No, 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 no. This just won't do. I want to be closer. Alright. This is where I say, don't do this. It's kind of interesting looking. Alright, there's John above me. Alright, well, that was the Washington Monument. Definitely should not have done that like that. And I said it again, Washington Monument. Mount Rushmore. There was a Mount Rushmore model that we downloaded from xplane.org.
Custer County traffic. November 114 is about to take the runway 26. VFR departure getting east, Custer County.
Alright, what's the inset say? Caution, high volume helicopter tour aircraft below 7,500 MSL. Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse Monuments area. Pilots requested to monitor 122.85. Maintain at or above 7,700 MSL vertically or 2,500 laterally from Mount Rushmore.
Rapid City traffic. Skyhawk 423 Charlie Lima has captured the ILS runway 32. Intentions of a touch and go on runway 32, Rapid City.
Departing runway 26. Downwind departure to the east, Custer County.
Alright, let's head down to Custer. Airfield elevation 3,980. Runway 15 and 33 has right traffic. We're gonna land runway 33. And that kind of puts us on a nice right downwind, so we'll be good there. Figure 5,000 is going to be pattern altitude, or 4980. And there it is. Custer State Park traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot is 3.5 miles to the north, going to be entering the right downwind. Runway 32 to land. Correction, runway 33 to land. Custer. Yep, there it is.
Well, have a good night, everybody. Thanks.
Hey, thanks. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Custer State Park traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, entering the right downwind, runway 33, full stop, Custer. You can probably see it, but you can definitely tell a transition between the airport and the surrounding scenery. You can see the different shades of green here.
Rapid City traffic. Skyhawk 423 Charlie Lima, touch and go complete. Northbound takeoff.
Custer traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, turning right base, runway 33, Custer. If I had the arc imagery, you wouldn't be able to see that difference there, and it would have made the airport a bit harder for me to see, because when they design scenery, especially the Bush League, they use arc imagery. So the airport would have blended in the surrounding imagery. Right now it kind of stands out. Still fun events, and unfortunately I didn't have time to redo my ortho. Custer traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, final approach 33, full stop, Custer. so.
Next time I'll try to be more knowledgeable.
Alright, I'm not gonna go all the way down that way. Since we'd end up having to back taxi anyway. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take one more short break, and then we'll head back north to our final destination. Parking brake on, and I'll be right back.
Custer State Park traffic, Cessna 114 Whiskey Papa is about 4 miles to the west. We're going to overfly, correction, yes, 4 miles to the west. We're going to overfly the field and enter right downwind for runway 33, Custer County, or Custer State Park.
Okay. Model aircraft strip. Interesting. RC flying field. Huh. I'd never seen anything charted like that. I had never seen one charted like that before. That's pretty cool. Alright.
Custer State Park traffic, 114 Whiskey Papa's in the right downwind for runway 33, Custer State Park.
Right downwind, runway 33. Custer State Park traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot. Be advised we are parked west of the runway in the grass. Custer State Park. Okay, parking brake off. We're just gonna hang out here for that landing traffic.
Custer State Park traffic, 114 Whiskey Papa, turning right base for runway 33, and we'll be watching for the traffic in the grass. Custer State Park.
Just get further away from the runway. Alright, there he is.
Custer State Park traffic, 114 Whiskey Papa's on final for runway 33, Custer State Park.
You know, did I have to tell them that I was parked in the grass? No. Did I want to tell them yes, simply because the 30 or 40 feet from up there might have made it look like I was on the runway? I just wanted them to know. Okay. Park and break off.
Custer State Park traffic, 114 Whiskey Papa's clear of runway 33, Custer State Park.
Custer State Park traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot is back taxiing runway 33, Custer State Park. Slow down, Michael. We're going downhill. Custer State Park traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot is taking runway 33 and gonna be making a left down a straight out departure, Custer State Park. Right, all lights are on. Full rich, prop is in. Just kidding, this one doesn't have a constant speed prop. Full power. Rudder for center. speed. Rotate. Positive climb rate. Whoa. Pushed right off the side of that runway. Custer State Park traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot is airborne off the runway 33, gonna be departing the area to the north. Last call, Custer.
Custer State Park traffic, 4 West Papa, back taxi, runway 33, Custer State Park.
Alright, let's get up to about 5,500 and cruise there. Starflex the second. Yes, and I actually tried that on Saturday, this past weekend, and realized several things. It needs work for multi-display. At first I thought it was my system giving me performance issues trying to run it across all three windows. Yeah, I remember you being there, and since then I watched. There have been several people that did some videos on YouTube, and I watched a few of them. So I'm happy to say that I'm not the only one that experiences a huge FPS hit on the multi-display. You know, I can deal with the single camera view. You know, I can deal with seeing a bit of the interior if need be, and seeing some of the end of the yokes. You know, if I can't squeeze that in, so be it. But I would like to for it to at least run stable at 30 frames per second.
County Airport Twin Otter 816 overflying the field 5,700. Enter a left-hand pattern for a low pass back on runway 25. Excuse me, runway 36.
So yeah, and on one hand, I'm kind of kicking myself right now for spending the money to bring it all in, you know, because I had to buy the version of the game. And then I had to buy. There were additional things that I needed just to make it work with the cockpit. You know, FSG IPC. I needed the full version of that, as well as the wide FS, because everything else, you know, all of this stuff runs on a different computer than the flight model. Right now we're in the 172 Bush mod from Prop Strike Studios.
County traffic, Twin Otter 816 left base, runway 36, again low pass, and we'll be departing the area to the north.
Yep. So we're in the 172 Bush, which is it's got some bigger tires on it, and as a result of the bigger tires, it raises the point of view, which, and I didn't really realize it until watching it back, but in the bank angle, there's definitely a break in the horizons, and that's because I haven't had the time to offset the screen centers to match. So I did buy the middle version of MSFS. So when they have everything worked out, you know, at least I have it. It'll be there. And I have everything, you know, set up to do it. I'm half tempted to just try to run it on the front display, just to see how well it would work without running the side displays to see just to see the visuals. And I may have to break out my old track IR, which would be kind of weird using that in this thing. But I may try that just to see what these VFR visuals are like. I will say there were a lot of things I didn't like, and they're just the lack of programming capabilities, control functions. There was no function for a primer. No function for carb heat, and maybe that's just because they don't have a carbureted 172. But I couldn't assign my carb heat anywhere, and the alternate static only gave me a toggle option instead of on and off. Is that what the interface is, the hardware interface people use mostly for MSFS is SimBars? And I will. Okay. Alright, so SimBars is to Arduino for MSFS, like Mobile Flight is to Arduino for X-Plane. If I'm understanding that correct. Okay. Alright. Because I know that FSU IPC has the data refs in there for the primer and the toggle and the alt static on off, and all of that stuff is still in there even back from my P3D days and FSX days. I just don't know if it actually interpoles or correlates with MSFS 2020 if those parameters are in there. Let's go find another small airport to go check out. Okay, we don't have any ATC coverage. So I mean, technically I could enter these deltas. That's correct. The trim wheel is ran via a rotary encoder. It's actually got a servo motor in it to do the indicator. N80 there all must be no detents in there. And that's 3 times 360. Alright, let's just go. Let's do it. It's not too far out of the way. Ellsworth Air Force Base. Good luck with that. I'm curious to see how well that would work out. That sounds pretty good. That'd be a pretty smooth operation. I'm anxious to try out X-Plane 12. I don't know how much I want to kind of at the end of the day, you know, I'm going for full BATD certification for this thing, and in order to do that, I would need a professional version of X-Plane. X-Plane 11 right now does have a professional version that is available for certification. I've inquired and I have yet to get a definitive answer as to whether X-Plane 12 is also going to have a professional version. If that is the case, then I think I will make the investment in the pro version of 12. But on the same hand, 11 right now is pretty much working exactly the way I want it to. So the long and short of it is, am I gonna get the public version? Absolutely. But is that where this thing is gonna end up? I'm not sure. Because again, once I get it certified, then I cannot change anything about it without getting recertified. So alright, so Ellsworth Air Force Base, Ellsworth, what did I say? 13 and 31. So it's going to be left traffic. Alright, sounds good. Ellsworth Air Force Base, November 8033 Foxtrot is on left base, runway 31, touch and go, Ellsworth. We're going to be on the long left base.
Traffic, Caravan 38, Delta Hotels, Northwest, inbound for runway 29.
Yeah, there's definitely a process to getting a flight simulator certified as a basic aviation training device. The information is available on how to do it, but long and short is you need not only FAA approved hardware, you also need FAA approved software as well. With the combination of the two, provided your instruments meet all of their qualifications as far as, compass adjusting and, degree and less than 1 degree increments and FPS at a certain rate and being able to adjust everything. Beside the initial loading of it, you cannot use the mouse and or keyboard from the start of your flight to the end of the flight.
West, we're going to enter a left base for runway 32.
So there is some stuff involved. Ellsworth Air Force Base, November 8033 Foxtrot, turning final approach, runway 33, touch and go, Ellsworth.
Traffic, Caravan 8, Hotels, left downwind, high left downwind for runway 29.
So once you have all of their qualifications met, then you can submit what's called a QAG. That's like a quality assurance guarantee form thing. And then they have to come out and actually inspect it and use it. And if it passes everything, then you can get your certification. But at the same time, you cannot change anything. I can't add hardware or change the brand of the yoke or anything like that without forfeiting the certification and having to redo it, basically. Flaps up, full power. The move fly wins that one. Airspeed's alive, let's rotate.
Fun event, Grant.
Ellsworth Air
Hey
Force
man,
Base traffic.
thanks for flying, Josh.
November 8033 Foxtrot is airborne off of 33 and departing the area to the north, Ellsworth.
I think I put that way nobody else did, but it was fun.
Rapid City traffic,
Question, does it cost anything to have it certified? Sorry, I was pressing the wrong button.
Sturgis traffic, X-Cub 533 Alpha Lima.
Question was, does it cost anything to have it certified?
Sturgis traffic.
Yes, anything with the FAA costs money. Everybody should know that.
Airframe counter is at least 2. I saw Melvin found the cumulative randomness.
Holy crap, I'm still over the runway.
RIP.
So yes, it does cost money. Exactly how much, I'm not sure yet. I've been afraid to inquire that far. I'm kind of taking this one chunk at a time, and it's a lot of big chunks. Alright. We'll head straight back up to Sturgis.
Sturgis traffic. X-Cub is departing runway 29, VFR to the west. Sturgis traffic.
Make friends with the FSDU. Yeah, it's a good point. Well, there's a place, well, John Glenn, I still call it Port Columbus. It's John Glenn International. It's Charlie Mike Hotel, Columbus, Ohio. It's not too terribly far from me. There is a company down there called Flight Safety International, and that is all they do is flight simulation and certified flight simulators. My hope is that by contacting them, they will point me into the right direction to contact somebody for certification, because I am a private individual. I am not a flight school. I am not an airport. I guess you can say I am a manufacturer. I do have a DBA to do that. So yeah, I'm not sure how lengthy this process is gonna be, but it is my goal, and it is something that I am gonna do one way or the other. 15 miles away from our final destination. And this is going to have to be our last stop. Let's come straight in for runway 29. I generally don't like doing that. So what I am going to do is I'm going to come east of the field, and I am going to cross over midfield to grab that left downwind. Actually, you know what?
Rapid City traffic, forwarding Papa taxi to runway 32, and taxiway off Rapid City.
We might try and go find this other airport. Brush Airfield. Bruce. So that's not it. This brush airfield may not be in here, but we're gonna try and find it.
Rapid City traffic, moving forward south of departing runway 32, straight up departure to the north, Rapid City.
Looks like it has a field elevation of 2,980 feet. Eden Valley, it's in, this one's in here, so we could check that one out if we wanted. East-west runway. East-west and north-south. East-west and east-west. Where are we at? 5,200. Let's get up to 5,500.
Rapid City traffic, moving south of Clearbone runway, spread the air to the northwest, call Rapid City.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go, because I wanted to go check out this peak here anyway. And it looks like this brush airfield is gonna be just northeast of this peak, so this might work out. It's not coming up in the navigator here, but that doesn't mean that we can't land there. We are using orthophotos, so I should at least be able to see the runway. If I can see it, then I can land it. It may not be the most smooth. Alright. There's Sturgis, directly at our, I guess technically 11:30. And that's the first airport we landed at. We kind of did around the block. British Airfield traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, about 6 miles to the south, going to be overflying the field 4,000 feet. British Airfield. Alright, says we're less than 5 miles out. I'm going to start dropping this down some. Make sure it's full rich. Alright, well, for grass runway, 0927 east west, 3,040 feet. 3,000 feet long, 40 feet wide. Your boy QB, welcome buddy. Haven't seen you in a while. Pleasure. Nice having you back. Alright, so field elevation there is 2980, so from 4,000 feet, that's right about pattern altitude. So then there's no reason I shouldn't be able to see a crash strip at 4,000 feet then. Let's just ask, where do I think you should create some ortho photos for like what looks the best. He already has California. If you enjoy VFR, I would maybe do some southern Alaska, like Anchorage, Juneau, maybe even over in Nome, West Alaska. I bet that's it right there. Isn't it? That could be it. Yep, that was it. Alright, flip her around. Brush Airfield traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot is going to cross over midfield, joining the left downwind runway 27 to land. Brush. Boy, Cupid, you've been out road tripping for about 3 weeks, just got home yesterday. Great, I'm glad you got back here safely. Yeah, hopefully we do see you at the 3-year anniversary event for the Virtual USA Flying Club.
Paradise Valley traffic.
That'd be great.
Carbon Cup 533F, 5 miles to the west, upper landing. Paradise Valley traffic.
Alright, remember this is not an actual runway in X-plane. We're going to use it. It's not a model airport. Brush Airfield traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, turning left downwind 27, full stop, Brush. I really hope that's it. We'll find out. Looks like it's a grass strip. Brush Airfield traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, left base 27 full stop, Brush. Brush Airfield traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, final approach 27 full stop, Brush. Alright. I mean, it looks like a grass runway. It's
Paradise Valley traffic. X-Cub 533 Alpha Lima, 2 miles to the west, overfly the field, looking for the windsock. Paradise Valley.
We're probably not going to be on the runway, but it looks like a runway. Alright, let's factor in this building here. Let's factor in there's a couple of buildings right there that would be there, so we don't want to be too low. Didn't like that. Hard landing. Let's see if we're even on a runway, shall we? Nope, we missed that one. Hey, John. Alright, let's get us to an airport then. Alright, so theoretically I could just go loop-de-loop and up and around and back down. I mean, 10 degrees of flaps.
Paradise Valley traffic. X-Cub 523
Full power.
Alpha landing to the northwest. It is straight in final. Paradise Valley traffic.
Oh, this would be fun.
Sturgis traffic, Twin Otter 816, 3 miles south of the field. Will be entering left-hand base, runway 29er, Sturgis.
Alright. Where we at? Alright, 60, 65. Let's get rid of those flaps. I am gonna swing back around. Now I'm curious.
Sturgis Municipal traffic. Cessna 114 Whiskey Papa.
Kiki 187, thanks for the follow. Alright, so then essentially, that grass strip be right there.
Sturgis traffic, Twin Otter 816 is 3 miles south at 6,000. We see the traffic in the pattern.
And it's not
We
modeled.
will extend our base to 29er.
But here's that mountain I wanted to
Paradise Valley
see.
traffic. The Carbon Cub is departing off the field VFR to the southeast. Paradise Valley traffic.
What, maybe 30 AGL right there.
Sturgis Municipal traffic. 114 Whiskey Papa turning final. Runway 29er. Sturgis Municipal.
South Dakota 24, Sierra Delta 24. There it is, right there.
Sturgis traffic, Twin Otter 816. We're going to go ahead and just join left-hand pattern 1, left-hand crosswind, runway 29er.
Don't know if y'all can see those two green strips there. And how they look like they don't belong there when you look at the ground. That's because those were placed by what's known as a WEDBot, X-Planes WEDBot. And it goes through and it picks all of these airports that are listed on the chart, and all it does is takes the coordinates and the runway information and kind of plasters it right there. So a lot of these smaller airports like that do not necessarily line up with ortho imagery until scenery artists like myself or many others go through and redo the airport and submit it to X-Plane.
I'm at 152, Melvin. I'm just super slow.
Copy that.
Sturgis traffic, Twin Otter 816, overflying the field at 5,000 feet. We're gonna join the left-hand downwind 29er, Sturgis.
Sturgis municipal traffic. Formally pop those clear ball runway, Sturgis municipal.
Sturgis traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot is 2 miles to the east. Going to be crossing over midfield pattern altitude to join the left downwind 29er, full stop, Sturgis.
Sturgis traffic, Twin Otter 816, on the left downwind 29er, Sturgis.
With WED, which is the world editor for X-Plane, how do you get off that weird green strip that is supposed to be like grass?
Sturgis traffic, Twin Otter 816, left base 29er, Sturgis.
Not quite sure. Following. Not quite sure I understand the question there, WestJet.
Sturgis traffic, Twin Otter 816, on the final 29er.
Alright, we got that landing traffic in sight. Sturgis traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot is going to be crossing over midfield pattern altitude to join the left downwind 29er, full stop, and we've got landing traffic in sight, Sturgis. Okay, that's taxiway. Taxiway texture. And a lot of times you can just select that and delete it. A lot of times when I do a custom airport, I will delete everything that's drawn and just use invisible. I'll create the runways as invisible, so you won't even see the X-Plane runway. It would just be the ortho, but it would be a valid runway because it's modeled like that. Sturgis traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot is turning left downwind 29er, full stop, Sturgis.
Sturgis traffic, Twin Otter 816 is clear of 29er, Sturgis traffic.
Right. We were already past the numbers when I rolled out there. So WestJet, what I would do, if you have an airport that you're working on, if you click on that taxiway, it's going to be a taxiway that's surrounding some of the runways. If you click on that taxiway, you can change that from grass to asphalt, gravel, whatnot. I would just change it to transparent and save it and export your airport and see if that does what you want it to do. I wouldn't delete the taxiway, but I would. You can change the texture to transparent, and then your ortho will show right through. Sturgis traffic, November 8033 Foxtrot, final approach 29er, full stop, Sturgis. This is a long runway, at least it seems like a long runway. Just gonna kind of apply some ground effect here until we can get down to the taxiway there. Sturgis traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot is clear, runway 29, taxiing to the ramp, Sturgis. Go grab this parking T right here. All right. Parking brake on. G5 going off. Lights going off. Avionics off. Tack time out 196.8. So 3 hours. 3 hours on the hubs. Okay, lights off, avionics off, fuels on both, parking brakes on, trim. Let's reset that for takeoff. And then make sure to lean. Max off and master off. Alright. Well, not too bad. Didn't hit as many airports as I was hoping to hit, but we did get to see the Mount Rushmore. We did get to land on a non-airport. Oh no, not too bad. Alright, WestJet, pleasure, my friend. If you have any questions about your scenery project, reach out to me on the Discord. I'd be more than happy to help you out. So yeah, thanks for coming along with me tonight, guys. I had a whole lot of fun. You guys make this flying fun. For me, it is fun, but it's a lot more fun when it's more than one. So seriously, thanks for coming along. Be back up again tomorrow. Probably gonna hopefully finish our Cat 11 on the Pilot Edge network, and then possibly join the Pilot Club for one of their events. So yeah, if you are new here, please feel free to go ahead and follow so you can catch the next one. If you have come back to see me, as always, I greatly appreciate it. Appreciate everyone that takes time out of the day to come and flies with me. So, I'm going to say goodbye to the Bush League, and let's see who we can send you over to today. Let's see. We'll send you over to Continuum. We'll go over to Connie. Say hi to Continuum over there. Alright. Thank you all. We will see you guys all later. Take care. Stay safe. Have a good night.